What you are about to hear will blow your mind and give you six-pack abs without even exercising.
Pull up a bar stool and relax.
Hey, who wants to have some fun?
You've made it to Happy Hour with John Gaskins.
Oh, no. Not again.
Get ready for entertaining local and regional sports talk that will change your life. Or not.
And by the way, when you're telling these little stories, here's a good idea. Have a point. It makes it so much more interesting for the listener.
Here's your host, John Gaskins.
Here's Johnny. Hello! Ah!
I'm back, baby! I'm back!
Hey, happy hour on a Tuesday. 4 days away for the Jacks and Yotes kickoff, and we're celebrating with a Sauvignon Blanc at happy hour today, but there's nothing to whine about because we get to see what Chase Mason has in store in 4 days. And as of last night, USD officially has its quarterback. Matt Vidstham announced it, and he joins us for a half hour today, the new head coach. And more than a half of that half hour is a deep dive on the freshman Austin Modrzewski. He beat out a couple seniors, and I've got my own angle on that in just one moment. Plus, later today, the foremost authority on the FCS, Sam Herder, for a half hour. Big picture look at the national title contenders, and this is just one day after he announced that he lost his job at BetMGM and Hero Sports, and he's now his own boss. And yes, we talked about that. We encourage you to get right in there on his Patreon. Find him at Sam Herder FCS, the same way we heavily suggest you subscribe to Sioux Falls Live, because Matt Zimmer, who's on our show tomorrow, Trent Singer, who's on our show Thursday, crushing it with local high school and college football coverage. You won't get anything like it anywhere else. We go well beyond the surface. It's affordable. You'll be more informed and entertained for it. So if you haven't done it, please get a subscription to Sioux Falls Live. They pay my bills. And it's also where you can watch our show. I mean, you can watch the show. Video producer Cordell Wright makes it a TV show. You go to the article for the show every day, and then you click on that icon that would allow you to take it from your phone onto your TV set at home. I've done it. I do it all the time. It's awesome. Curtis Riggs, by the way, Monday afternoon quarterback sessions starting this Monday. Cannot wait to react to all the football we see around here. Curtis, of course, was a quarterback, so he, like me, and all USD fans will have eyes wide open and fixated on the Dakota Dome at 1 o'clock on Saturday, because the freshman Austin Modrzewski will start at quarterback. I mean, when it comes to wow, must-see TV at any level of football, college, high school, NFL, not just a guy making his debut, but a freshman or a rookie starting in game one, that is tough to beat out of the blocks. It could be awesome. It could be awful. Growing pains are expected, but in most cases, and I believe Saturday is the case, some wow moments. Expect fireworks to fly. You got to be undeniably good to beat out a couple seniors. I mean, other than taking over for a legend, Aiden Bauman, who for 3 years set records and helped change the face of USD football into an FCS powerhouse, there's nothing to see here. All Austin Modrzewski is a 6'5" stud with a rocket arm, a now good command of the offense after months of practice, and a year as a redshirt there, by the way. He's improving by the day on decision-making, and he can take off and run when needed, which will be refreshing in Vermilion. And, all of that sounds like, I don't know, another FCS quarterback in South Dakota, up north about 2 hours. But still, this is a freshman, never played. Matt Vidstham is a rookie head coach. He's got a lot on the line for him, and the Yotes start at number 12 in the country. They've reached 3 straight quarterfinals. Aiden Bauman was pretty much the only constant or the main constant of very few constants through those 3 seasons. And in the portal world, ships can sink fast if you lose your head coach and quarterback. We know there's plenty of good foundation in Vermillion, but immediately, this is a mammoth first head coaching decision for Vitz, who, by the way, is a quarterback coach by trade. So he really, really had to see something undeniably special to pick a freshman over 2 seniors. So after a 3-horse race, splitting reps in spring ball, Vitz wanted to make his decision a week into fall camp to give the QB1 more reps before game 1. And who did this kid beat out? He beat out Jackson Proctor, not just a couple seniors. Jackson Proctor spent 27 games, 27 under his belt playing at this level, FCS at Dartmouth. As a starter 2 years ago, he was 8-2 and set the school's completion percentage record, 68%. And he can run. And so he was so good, he did go to the FBS last year at Northern Illinois. Didn't play, that's why he's in USD. Nevin Cremascoli, the other senior, he began his career at Northern Illinois in the FBS, and he spent 3 seasons in Vermillion as an Aiden Bauman understudy. And during the spring and in July, when we talked to Vitztham, the coach called Cremascoli comforting because of his knowledge and work in the system. So literally, 2 more experienced seniors had been FBS caliber quarterbacks. And yet the freshman is the pick. Modrzewski, so good, Vitz had to ride with him. He could not keep him off the field, even as a freshman, when the more comforting thing to do would be to go with the safe picks and have the kids stand on the sideline and just soak it in. Nope, not happening. Vitz cited Modrzewski's arm talent as, quote, above what they've seen at USD, plus the ability to make checks and control protections at the line, and he's developed trust with his teammates, and plus the ability to make running plays. And after a week of fall camp, Modrzewski got the lion's share of the number 1 reps against the number 1 defense. They put him in all kinds of situations, red zone, 3rd down, 2-minute drill. They threw the kitchen sink and a pretty damn good number 1 defense at him, and he struggled at first, and then the light went on. And you'll hear Vitz in our chat about the moment when it all really started to click. He takes us right there. It's insightful. It's illuminating. And here is how the coach describes the freshman's personality. And what about that personality gives the coach the confidence USD can win right away with him?
He is right here all the time, right? Like, he could throw a pick and he's going to come off the sideline and be like, that wasn't a very good throw. And he's going to throw a touchdown and he's going to say, that was a pretty nice throw, right? There's not a lot of ups and downs with Austin, which I really, really like. Yeah. There's times it's like, hey, man, like, we need a little bit more juice out of you. But I think the consistency of who he is as a person and who he is out there is very calming to our offense. It's very calming to the guys in the huddle. He's never going to feel rattled. He's never going to feel out of sorts, which is really good. But he's also going to be the guy when we score, he's just going to kind of trot off to the sideline and get on the iPad and get ready for the next series.
So there's Matt Vitztham, who said Austin sometimes doesn't appear to know how big of a deal all of this is. That's good. And that he is so laid back, it might take teammates some time to get used to that. But they have gravitated toward him. It is all systems go. In pre-portal times, sometimes a freshman would win this sort of battle because the coach saw him as the future of the team. Maybe not the most ready quarterback in the present, but throw him to the fire anyway. He might set himself on fire with freshman mistakes, but damn, he'll be so much better with that experience next year and the next year and the next year when he's a senior. And whoa, look out then. Aiden Bauman took over late in his redshirt freshman season, and he sure got better. Those 3+ years at USD, all he did was change the program. That certainly could be what happens with Modrzewski at USD, but it is not why Vitztham chose him. Just so he'll be better next year and the next year and the next. And how do I know this? Because I asked Vitz after the interview if that was the case. Asked him today, and Vitz's answer, quote, didn't play into the decision at all. I felt like Austin gives us our best chance to win right now, unquote. And that has to be the case in the portal era, because perhaps you've seen this movie here in South Dakota in FCS football and mid-major basketball. If Modrzewski tears it up his freshman season or sophomore season, that may be all USD will get out of him before an FBS or even a Power 4 school swoops in with a pile of cash to whisk him away. Didn't happen with Aiden Bauman, but that's because Bauman, although steady and effective and an elite leader and decision maker and won a bunch of games, he wasn't a wow talent. And it didn't happen with Bo Brungard at Youngstown after winning the Walter Payton Award last year, the FCS Heisman, probably because Brungard is only 6 feet tall. And it didn't happen with Chase Mason at SDSU. He turned down 7-figure Power 4 offers because he wants to win a national title at SDSU, but the offers came. And if Modrzewski crushes it, offers will come. And guess what? He's even taller than Chase Mason. I don't know how freakishly athletic he is. Probably not as much. But if he crushes it, they'll come after him, and he will be less likely to stick around because unlike Chase Mason, Austin Modrzewski is not a native South Dakotan, not nearly as attached to his school. So anyway, you can no longer plan for the development of a quarterback for years to come in advance when you're living in the portal era, and Matt Vitztham knows and agrees with that. You have to make this decision based on who gets you the W's now. College football isn't the NFL, which Jerry Glanville famously once said stands not for long. Coaches have less security. Everybody has less job security. But college football is getting closer to that, as we know. And I hate to get way ahead of things before the kid even takes one snap, but I know none of you, especially you USD fans, can contain yourself wondering just how good this might look with the freshman at the controls. So away we go. Buckle up and get ready. It might be a bumpy ride. I think it's going to be a fun ride. And for plenty more on what to expect, again, incredible insight into Modrzewski, but also what else is in store at USD on Saturday. Here's our chat with the coach, Sam Herder, later.